Yeah. What is going down? We back with another episode. My name is Daniel.
Tita.
Aisha.
Dip to the lean.
And this is the DanYo&Tita podcast.
Oh, what? Yeah.
And we got special guests in the building. We're gonna wait to announce that. That's big time, you know what I'm saying?
Suspense is real.
You know what I'm saying? But we got to shout out our sponsors because they pay the bills and they help us keep the lights on. Let's get it. And we had www.waywardkid.com, your site for all your entertainment news, sports, lifestyle trends. And they have the Wayward Kid Foundation. They have editing programs for adults and kids. Mm-hmm. So like their Facebook page, Wayward Kid, and follow them on IG, Wayward Kid online.
We also have Kiwi Juice Bar with all natural smoothies, sports nutrition supplements, fresh pressed juice, gourmet coffee and tea, protein bars, healthy snacks, and nutritional education. We also can't forget they are now offering weekly meal prep. They will go to the grocery store for you and prep your weekly meals.
I shine, you shine, we shine. We shine detailing, make your car shine like new. Check their videos on Facebook and on Instagram. They're always posting great pictures of the cars that they do. And check out their work and like their pages.
Definitely. Don't forget Butcher's Wings and Things. Come get these wings and things. I'm finger linking, you know what I'm saying? Let them place on deck. So like their Facebook page, Butcher's Wings and Things, and follow them on IG to see all them pictures, Butcher's Wings and Things.
We also have Novels by Z. The game isn't only for boys. Experience the game told from the other side. You can also get your very own signed copy at www.novelsbyz.com.
We also like to shout out Christina Bojorquez. She was our winner last week.
Oh yeah,
she got a free book from Novels by Z from DanYo&Tita podcast. So
that's nice.
You guys have to stay tuned. In the week, we're gonna be doing a little games and stuff like that, so you guys could get free stuff, all that. We also have Ms. Joanne Muhammad. She's our top donator. Her book, the Bible Told Me So, will be coming out very, very soon. Mm-hmm. We have Mr. KT Gibson with Lo Mein. If you haven't seen our video, you guys check it out. We'll sponsor your videos, your songs, your businesses. Mm-hmm. We also have
check out his YouTube channel. Got the video and Spotify.
Yep. And you guys can check him out on all platforms. Check out his music and his content. We also have Trinity Solutions with graphic tees, printing, promotional needs, all that. Check them out.
Yeah. And don't forget $1 Million Teacher Project. Go like their Facebook page. $1 Million Teacher Project is helping the teachers help your kids, the students, learn. Get to make sure they have the right utilities to teach your students. You know what I'm saying? With pencils, backpack, all that stuff. Wherever they help the students to learn, make sure you hit them up. Hey, Dip, tell them about Chicken Trap's new sauce.
We got the trap sauce in the house. Looking good. Don't bite your fingertips off eating that trap sauce.
Man,
check it out at trapsauce.com.
Yeah,
man, it's good stuff, man. Check it out.
Yeah, trap sauce, man. Give them the trap sauce, man.
Like I said,
if you don't have it, check it out because you're gonna need it soon.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
that bottle
we also got that video on YouTube too for the review.
Yeah, man.
We did a little skit and review on that right there.
Y'all put it on some brisket, right?
Oh, we did
it on every sausage, brisket.
Yeah, y'all make
we need some chicken.
I came in hungry this morning.
That sauce.
Yeah, man. So shout out to Trap Sauce, and like I said, go to trapsauce.com.
Most definitely. We're gonna get our grub on later on today after the show. Mm-hmm. We have a special guest in the building.
We do.
A businessman, a CEO, a boss.
Definitely.
Stop playing, get the horns. Boss man, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself because I can't do it right. You're too big.
No. So you can hype me up, man. Now it's gotta go the opposite.
Good morning, son.
Yeah, good morning, man. I'm telling you, I'm so happy to be here. I was excited as hell for this, man.
Let them know your name and everything.
Now, my name is Christian Phyfier, founder of Resist Entertainment Group, formerly GPME Group.
Yes.
And overall, you know me. I don't like titles. I'm just a human. just a random human, man. You make good choices.
With some horns in the background. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Let's get it going. Like I said, you're a boss. I'm gonna say it again. You know, but you're into was it marketing, public relations, and promotion kind of thing, or
Just about everything, man. I
Everything?
mean, a lot of people know me. Obviously, like the claim to fame has been marketing, and that's what we
Okay.
do. But I mean, there's 13 different companies underneath the Resist umbrella.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we do a lot. We handle a lot. You know, so.
Bags on bags on bags.
Bags on bags on bags.
Right.
You gotta have multiple avenues of revenue out there,
Definitely,
man. That's what
definitely.
I'm basically preaching at the end of the day. You know, aside from everything else, it's all just about gaining freedom and being able to do what you want to do with your life. You know,
Yes,
so
sir,
that's
yes,
what
sir.
Resist is about.
most definitely. And you started the Resistant and GPM group when you were 23 years old.
Yeah, when I was about 22, 23
Sorry
years
about
old.
that. Hit the horns. I hit the horns on accident.
Yeah, no. Yeah, man. I became an agent, a licensed agent, when I was about 21.
Wow.
And then, created the GPM
Crazy.
group when I was about 22 years old.
So did you go to school and to become an agent? and
I
everything?
did at first. I went to school for about 3.5, 4 years, and then dropped out. I used my last semester's tuition or whatever you want to call it. I used all that to fund my company.
Wow.
You know, and that was again another just like.
So when
little-
you want to become an agent, what is it that you have to major in?
Usually, so there's two things. I mean, you can go to be a licensed NFLPA agent. You either have to go to law school or you have to take the test. And there's
Wow.
like a $10,000 test that you
Wow.
can take like once and
So you have to have lawyer
10 grand.
credentials to
Yeah.
be an
For a
agent.
test you take one time.
one time. And if you fail it, it doesn't matter.
Wow.
Like they're like, all right,
Is it what is that? The
Damn.
Can you retake it if you fail it? If you
What is the name of the
pay
lawyer?
pay
another
another 10 grand.
Okay.
Yeah.
the bar? Yeah.
Yeah.
The bar is what you take if you go to law school. Yeah,
Okay.
and if so they'll pretty much override it. They say, okay, look, you pay $100,000 and you pass the bar, you can be a licensed entertainment agent or talent
Wow.
agent, whatever else. But what I learned early was like, oh, I could just drop out and these funds actually pay for the test, study hard, and I don't have to pay $100,000 for law school.
Wow. That's awesome.
That's a lot cheaper.
It's a lot cheaper. Yeah, it's a lot more risk. But at the end of the day, you know, really serious about anything, you should be able to, you know.
Most definitely.
You know your love, you know your
Right.
your goal and stuff, right?
Right, exactly. I mean, I can't say that I was serious about driving. I passed that driver's test. I mean, I failed the driver's test like 3 times. It happens.
Next question. Next question.
I gotta get terrible.
So bad.
You did terrible.
Was this your first try taking it?
Yeah.
Tita walked in and walked out. I was like, you ready? What's up?
Hey, look, stop clowning on my girl. Stop clowning on my girl, because you know what? I flunked that driver's test my first time, too.
See, it's okay. It's okay.
I did it 3 times.
Hey,
Not-
three bucks.
I didn't know how
times
to, I didn't know how to
failed that
parallel
test.
park.
Really?
I was almost. I know. Oh, the driving part, I was good. It was the paper part. I was like, yo, why does this seem different than what I studied?
Right. Exactly.
This is
The
not
paper
same
part?
stuff. The
You're
paper
like, I
part,
need a
I failed.
manager because this is not the same test.
Hey, that's what I said. I literally was in
Yeah.
there, sitting there, it's like scratching my head, wondering like, this isn't what I studied.
Right.
I take the I don't know, the New England version of the test. What is this?
That wasn't the answer before.
It was the Canadian
How
version
many
of it.
feet do you need? You need to turn your steering wheel to the right or to the left if you're on a hill. What?
Right.
This wasn't on the practice test.
Definitely.
So,
So, yeah, go ahead, dude.
what is it? I see you have 6 different divisions
Yeah.
in your GPME group. What
Not
is your
Resist.
not resist?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
It's all good, you good.
What is it that you focus on, or is it you're all over the map?
I'm all over the map. I mean, for the most part, it's every division is ran by different people. Like Wes here runs photography, cinematography, production, and then for me, it's really just focused on the marketing is what I develop. You know, my partner Martin Owens runs all studio stuff as far as mixing and mastering.
Wow.
He runs Resist Entertainment Studios. So I mean, everybody has their role, but the overall functionality of everything, the buck stops with me. We all have to, But yeah, marketing is my claim to fame with all of it. It's
Okay.
what I built, put my hands in.
So you dealing with marketing, brand strategies, and all that. So
Talent, sports management,
You work-
film and media production,
Crazy.
music, public
Yeah. Crazy
relations,
list.
web design, and
That's
social
a
media.
list.
Related
It's a
talent,
list.
styling.
I'm telling you, it's a list. I don't
Yeah.
even talk about everything because it just gets people confused. What I do is they say, "Oh, what do you need?" Like I'm just like, "What do you need?" Like
Yeah,
at the end of the
basically.
day, it's
So I got you. All pages. Just keep going.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What's your budget? What you need?
right.
Exactly.
I see that you work with a lot of local artists out here too. So
Yeah.
what have you done for them that helped them?
At the end of the day, man, it's just coming. So, a lot of companies out there that do what I do that are, what are considered my competition. They always claim this viral. We can make you go viral, make you pop, go famous overnight. I just decided like let's take a step back, and because the biggest thing is that. Our community, the black community, and at the end of the day, it runs music.
Definitely does.
And the one thing about it is that we don't own most of the music that we put out.
That's
real. we don't even understand the industry as a whole. So what we did is we took a step back instead of just applying marketing services and development services. We actually said like, let me help you build your business. Let me help you understand how to scale as an artist, understand what business really means, in this music world. So sitting down first, structuring and strategizing them as a person, saying, this is your brand, this is who you are, what do you want to attach to people? And people get it twisted thinking that, as an independent artist, I'm able to go out and do the same thing Drake does. I could post a picture of my pinky and Drake can post a picture of his pinky and be like, oh yeah, look at my ring and get 10 million hits on that.
Right.
But as an independent artist, we look at it as, why? Why do we give a shit about you? What's your purpose? Who are you?
What have you done?
Right. What have you done for me?
Right,
you're nobody. So you look at, some of your most successful independent artists, and we started breaking down what made them overall successful. And you'll look at it's not their music. It's who they are as a person. It's how they tapped into the mentality of the people that follow them and who actually enjoy them. And then music was the icing on the cake.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where we're breaking it down for the artists, especially for the independent artists, is saying like, look, hey, what is your purpose? Who are you? What's your value? What comes out of your mouth outside of your music? Because you can't just say, go listen to my song, go listen to my song, go listen to my song. How many times have you came across an artist that you don't know who it is? You have to ask this to the client. It's like, how many times have you come across somebody else's music and actually listened? They're like, never. I'm like, so what makes you think people are going to do that for you?
Right.
Dang,
You have to make it so that people give a shit. Like, people care about who you are. What's your overall value? And it can be anything. It can be that you care about animals. It can be that you're passionate about something else, Checking Traps, one of my clients, and he came out with Trap Sauce. I was literally just talking about it 2 days ago. And I was like, this is a brilliant idea. This is another avenue of revenue that is, that you can be passionate about, that you can explain and talk to people about and build up another network or a community or a quote-like audience around who you are, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what is ultimately, that's what's going to make you successful. It's not about saying like, how can I be famous? It's about like, yo, if I got $3,000 a month in bills, how can I make $3,000 a month off of music?
Right.
And like you say, angles. Okay, he does music. Now he has a sauce. So he's gonna get different fans that are gonna be like, oh, you do music too? He's like, oh, I'm Chicken Traps. It's like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
So
Right.
Yeah.
I get
And
you.
it gives you different avenues.
Yeah, exactly.
This could get you onto the Food Network.
Exactly.
But you can also talk about your music and you can talk about different things while you're selling your product.
100%.
You can get you onto the shows that help people to build the entrepreneur shows. What is it? The
Shark Tank.
Shark Tank. This will get you into so many different avenues just by doing this. And on top of that, you're going to use that to talk about your music and what you're passionate about. So definitely.
Everybody, everything.
Especially because
one door always opens another.
One door always opens another.
Always. That's actually like how everything has come to fruition in my sense is that, there wasn't anything that I could walk into a space and not be able to offer someone. You know what I'm saying? Whether I'm talking to a multimillionaire or I'm talking to the homies on the street. At the end of the day, my brand, what I can offer is so broad that there's nothing that there's no room that I can't fit in and still and add some type of value to the people sitting in that room. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. I think it was back in April or May. You introduced a stimulus package.
Yeah.
Well, break that down. What was that about?
So I own my own music distribution company, similar to your DistroKid, similar to your
You
TuneCore.
doing big. Goodness gracious.
I told you there's a lot. I just don't say anything. I just be quiet. No. So we've signed about 118 artists so far since September of last year.
Wow.
And what we did is every artist that was signed to me when COVID hit, a lot of artists couldn't perform anymore.
Right.
Now we don't take masters or anything anyway, but at the end of the day, it was a lot of artists who were investing in their craft consistently were now out of a job where they couldn't invest in their craft. And a part of my plan is to get clients to understand royalties and how royalties eventually roll over if you build yourself up correctly, you know? So what's happening is I'm telling my clients, like, okay, invest, you know, minimum of $100 into your music every single month where we can help you, you know, so after a while, those royalties begin to accrue. Well, COVID hits, and now my clients don't have $100. You know what I'm saying? They're like, dude, I got to feed my family first. And now the business becomes even more, you know, Trump. Like, it's like, all right,
it starts getting smaller and smaller.
Exactly. It's like, all right, this is my passion, but my wife is going to kick my ass if I spend $100 on this shit.
Yeah.
So what I did is I said, you know what, forget it. For one, I didn't know COVID was going to last that long. I was like, all right, this shit should be over by a certain period of time.
You would think.
I said, during COVID, during this time, I'm going to implement a stimulus package that everybody who's invested a certain amount of money in their career for the last, since they've been signed to my company, I'm going to rematch that budget. I'm going to go ahead and put in your budget while COVID is down. You know, I mean, so it's just a process to make sure that they stay alive. You know what I'm saying? And so, it was just for the clients that were signed. I mean, at the time, I think we only had like 70 artists signed to us.
God damn.
So we were just, you know, doubling up on what they had put in so that it would roll over in the future. So they didn't find it.
And that's cool. That shows that you care about the artists. You don't just, not just business. You care about what they going through.
Because you're more than just a business, you know?
Right.
It shows, like, you know, because something like, especially around those times, it's like, this is what they got only. It's like, now they don't have it, so they're like... it hurts them and stuff.
It really does. I mean, especially if you understand how Spotify royalties and stuff like that, how they pay out quarterly. So if you understand how they come, then you understand that missing 1 month of promotion where you're not gaining streams, I mean, you're just stagnant, you're not going to grow 3 months from that time point, you know, the next quarter. So your check is going to go up, and then it's going to hit. And that's not the goal. The goal is to continue to get that check so that you can start investing back in, and eventually after 3 to 5 years, you're at a certain level, at a certain point, you know?
Definitely.
Do you deal with certain labels, or are these people just all independent?
For a while, man, actually, that was my thing, is all I dealt with was labels. And I'm not going to lie, it's like, I don't know if it was ego, you can call it what you want, but I wasn't taking any more shit, man. These cats left me at the airport. You know, I flew out to New York to deal with Alamo Records, and I mean, I don't care about these cats at all anymore. If you can't tell, I'll shout them out. Yeah, so I literally landed at 7 a.m. At Newark. I don't know what airport it was. I was at one of the airports, and they were supposed to pick me up. They left me there till 1:30, 2 o'clock. Wow. I was like, are y'all serious? At the airport, just chilling. Just chilling.
And that's not a great area.
No, nobody wants to sit at any New York. It is cold. You know what I'm saying?
Regardless, you know, that's like
not a great first impression.
Yeah.
That's
so
like,
I was like,
bye.
All right, so I'm done. So I just booked my own flight back. I was like, no, come on. So they picked me up, sat in traffic for another 2 hours, got to the front door, and then I'm not gonna lie, like the owner or whatever, me and him just didn't vibe well. And then so I just realized, I was like, you know what? Like, there's a way bigger market that I want to attack where I feel like my value and my purpose and what I truly want to do for my community. I'm looking at this cat signing, you know, my community, my client, my people, you know, and then at the same time, I'm like, what are you truly doing for these cats? You're just taking their masters, and I'm feeding into the system. You know what I'm saying? So how do we create something that doesn't feed into that goes against, you know, what mainstream is ultimately trying to do right now, you know? And so that's when we launched the distribution company. And I had already been working on that distribution company for a while. But, that's when we launched the distribution company. I went hard just saying, like, we really have to change the way we think in our communities. And I'm not saying I'm perfect at all. Like, I made a lot of mistakes with clients and you know, this is something that's new and I'm trying to build. But at the end of the day, it's a means to an end. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that meant to me. So that's why I stopped working with the labels. I literally have a picture in front of Alamo Records, like, middle finger down, like, and that's when I drew the line. Like,
I'm done.
This is my line. This is it. I don't care. You know, and you know, and that's just how we're gonna do it.
Are there any, like, let's just say artists? Are there any artists that you're just not feeling their music and you're like, no, I don't want to promote you?
Plenty. Yeah.
Okay. So you do say no, not just because of.
Oh yeah. Okay. I see. Well, this is the thing, is I try not to be God to the industry. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not. Who am I to say somebody, like, I think Lil Uzi's music is trash. I think, you know, a lot of music is trash. Like, so, but these cats have potential. There is a lane for them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people created a lane for trash these days, and it's not and it's not one for me to now say, like, oh, your shit's trash. I look at more so quality. Like I'll send it off to my partner Martin and be like, yo, is the quality of this music good? Is it over compressed? Are there vocals? Whatever. That means that, there's an editing situation.
Right.
But I'm not looking at music these days in the sense of do I like it or not, and I can only represent
different
it.
era.
That's probably a good way to do things. I mean, because if you say you like it, you're cutting off a lot of.
A lot of other people.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm a Lauryn Hill,
Right.
J. Cole fan. You know what I'm saying? You know how many I wouldn't have any artists if all I signed was Lauryn Hill and J. Cole type fans. You know what I'm saying? We would be and on top of that, we wouldn't sell records.
Right.
Not to say that Lauryn Hill and J. Cole don't sell records. Obviously, come on, we know. But at the end of the day, from an independent standpoint, there's no wow factor sometimes to those individuals, and we have to hype them up and create that ambiance for them. So, I have an artist named Most Trill right now who makes screamo rap, and it is... At first, it was definitely something that I was like, whoa, whoa, what is this? Get the fuck out of my office. But no, and
Screamo?
It's Screamo, and then after like a little while listening to it, the energy that it actually brought in the lane, I'm now bumping it in my car like, oh shit, the quality is actually there. The shit is really good. And then I put him on a track with him, Izzy, and Willie Norpole, and they made a monster.
I heard that joint. Yeah.
It's the Whip It Up remix.
I think it was. Yeah.
That shit was so fire.
Yeah.
So you realize that it's all just about how you want to play the game. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be one way or whatever. You gotta develop and stuff.
So we have a question from the audience. It says, "What do you look into an artist like?
What do you look for in an artist?
For an artist, yes. Like when they come to your office, and then what's the first thing like? Do they come to you, or do you usually go to them, or when they ask you like, oh, what can I do? It's like, and it's like, what gives you that like step?
So I mean, people come from so many different ways. It's actually pretty crazy. I mean, from DMs or whatever. And sometimes I do find I found Zach Bishop. He's not even in the state. You just found him online. So I find the artists come in different ways, but for me, it's just more so about I just want to see if an artist has like a strong foundation of who they are. It's not even about artists always check my music, check out my music, check out my music. Just like the gym, being in the gym is only 10 to 15% of what you're going to get out of the gym. Everything else is how you eat. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's the same thing with music and promotion. Is that 10% of it is only your music, really, truthfully. Everything else is marketing, promotion, purpose, value, how you're touching the lives of the people that you're connecting with. Are you out there connecting with people? All of that is what ultimately plays that role in your success as an independent artist. So I'm always looking at, I'll look at people's gram and say, okay, let me see it. Like, how are you connecting? Are people, when people DM you or when they message you or say whatever underneath, they comment on a post, are you responding, or are you trying to act like you're famous and you don't respond to anybody? You know what I'm saying? And that's, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I have nearly 40,000 followers, and I'm looking like I respond to everybody I possibly can. I respond to as many DMs as I can. If you can't do that as an artist when you have 1,000 followers, then you definitely don't want it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know when I hit you up, you definitely you responded quick. I was like, oh shoot, that was fast.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, I'm telling you, especially if you catch me in the right moment, like you catch me in the morning or in the evenings, like those are the times when I really I check them like I check text messages and emails.
Right.
I'm like, all right, let me see if there's anything of value in here that I want to respond to. And I mean, obviously, the name already resonated with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Stop playing.
No.
I was like,
He's not gonna calm down all week now.
of course. I mean, come on. I mean, I have to respond. I'm like, oh, these are my people. Man, what's up? Like, no. So I mean, that's the whole thing. No, I mean,
we made it.
I'm always I'm tapped in. I just stay quiet. I be like, you know what? Oh, I see. I see what they're doing over there.
I've been paying attention to you for a long time. So
that's dope.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. I want to ask, what does it cost for an artist to have you as an agent? Is there a certain price that you put on for your artist, or is it? Well, everyone has a same flat fee for your artist, or is it different?
For me, it is. It comes down, and that's again another different part to us is that we do strategize around a client's budget.
Okay.
I do say you have to come in at least a minimum of $100.
Okay.
And people like, if you can't pay, that's like, yo, if you can't do $100, that's like you can't buy cleats to play football.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't even come on the field. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously.
Definitely.
You know, so you can have all the talent in the world and you can have all that, but at the end of the day, like, you need certain resources to get to a certain level. And so I always say, like, hey, come with a minimum budget of $100, and we'll figure out how to help you grow. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to be, you might not have my phone number. You might, I have, 5 other A&Rs and people that work within the team. They everybody reports, but at the end of the day, you're not, that's not going to gain, like, direct contact relationship, but it's gonna trickle. We might do a conference call once a month to keep you in line, but that's still gonna be your daily contact is gonna be your A&R. So I work with just about any budget that somebody can bring, and we'll strategize around that budget about what we think is necessary for where you are. If you don't have any fans, let's try to work on this. If you don't have any numbers, let's try to work on this. But let's also work on where it's gonna bring back your initial ROI. So yeah.
So what? You work with other, besides artists, you work with different talents.
Oh yeah,
so,
sports.
What, like, let's say a podcast came to you. What could you do for a podcast?
It's pretty much a similar thing. It's depending on where you're putting it out at, looking at your overall branding, looking at where. Most people don't even know that I have a podcast that I generate revenue from. You know what I'm saying?
That's where you do your talks about businesses, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I've seen those before.
Yeah, I do.
I do my research.
You watch
So yeah, those are super low key. I'm not a huge, because my podcast is just me talking, and it's telling a story, talking about what's going on in the community, what we can do better, blah 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 blah. But at the end of the day, it's all about where you place it. And people don't understand that there's outlets for podcasts. If you're on Spotify, if you're on Apple Music, there are podcast playlists that are out there for you guys. Per episode and different things like that. That people have connections and resources, and you should be on those. So it's all about strategizing. What's your best method of release? What's up with your branding? Taking snippets. A lot of people want to air out their entire podcast on their Facebook and on their Instagram, whatever. But sometimes it's just like, it's probably best sometimes. Snippet a piece, but we strategize, and
that's what we're doing lately.
It's all relevant at the end of the day between music, podcast, sports. The only thing I really don't tap into much is the modeling aspect of it.
Okay.
Yeah, man, we might have to.
We'll have to show,
man, might have to holler at you, man. Serious business. For real.
I'm here.
Yes, sir. I seen you in the creators of Source Magazine. They got the weekly hip hop. Hip Hop Weekly.
Yeah.
That was
yeah.
You know you're bragging about it. Come on now.
Right.
You got to though. That's
dope. Man.
It was cool. Honestly, when did we submit that? We submitted that photo and that. How long? 2 months.
Wow.
And so I thought they weren't gonna run it. I thought I wasn't special enough. So I was like, that's cool. We did the whole photo shoot. We did everything. I thought I wasted West's time. I felt bad. I apologized to him. I was like, man, I'm so sorry, West. West still photographer. This dude been rocking me for so long. But find him on Instagram, WestEal_photography, and he's been my guy. Like, just having my back. And so whenever I do these things, like, he's like, oh yeah, let's do the photo shoot. Blah 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 blah. But I always feel bad because I'm like, man, we did a whole photo shoot, whipped it all out, and then sometimes the articles don't get published. You know what I'm saying? So I hit him. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, man. I think we did the photo shoot for no reason. It's been 2 months. And out of nowhere, I get an email, and they're like, hey, we ran your article. And I'm like, oh, hell yeah. Like, this shit is old now, but it don't matter.
They moves.
I want to ask a question on that. I mean, you submit an article to the...
Yeah, so I mean, it's an overall, like, I have a journalist who will reach out and they'll say, hey, I'm interested in writing an article about you. I would love to tap into your little world or whatever. Okay. And I say, okay, cool. And so it's not submitting the article, but they ask questions. We do whatever we do, and then if it's interesting enough, and they're
okay.
I just for I love the publication. Yeah. Like, it's extremely unique. He will text me randomly, "Fuck you, nigga." Like, what? I will wake up to a text message from Willie. It's a good morning, and it's like, open it up, and he's like, fuck you, light skinned nigga. And I'm like, what? What did I do to deserve this?
What did I say?
What did I say?
What did I miss?
And he's like, nothing. He's like, nothing. I just saw you. You know, you said something on the gram today, and it made me laugh. I'll shout him out and like take that, and I'll be like, yo. I'll screenshot it, put it on the gram, and be like, "What's wrong with Willie North Pole? Everybody, help me! Help me figure out what's wrong with this man because I don't deserve this harassment."
I just thought it was crazy because when he came to the show, he was such like mellow, like like earthy, you know. And on the video, I'm like, "Who is that guy?" And the thing was like, "That is Willie."
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
I was like, "Why is he so mad?"
You want to know the crazy part about it? You want to know this? Is you guys an insight into for a living.
Really?
Wow.
You know, his ass off. Every if I get you, me, that's what we gonna play your old. We didn't. Script.
So,
Came.
Serious.
We got a relationship with this. He's funny, man.
He's oh my god! Like you know,
right.
You know, you light skin short nigga. Like what? Like you know,
Everybody got their own category.
Yeah.
In his mind, that's what but it's funny.
Yeah,
like,
dope though, man. It's dope.
We roast each other. Our text messages. If I could put our text messages on live, I think it would be more funny than like a reality TV show.
Yeah.
Because we go back and forth, like it's nothing, like just roasting each other, talking about random shit.
Yeah.
And then it's like snaps to switch over. And we get right to business. Dark Nation is a brilliant brand.
Oh man,
absolutely brilliant brand. Yeah. And I know he's like mad at me right now because the whole transition about a lot of stuff. I mean, when I say mad is in the sense of that same. He's like, man, we're supposed to get to work. There's a lot of stuff that we have planned for it. But Dark Nation is on the rise. Every artist a part of Dark Nation. If you guys haven't listened to them, man.
I heard some stuff. He'll send me a couple songs. I'm like,
we've had a couple people from the group here. So
he's like modern day NWA, G Unit, you know, like all kinds. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. Mitchell, you mentioned reality show. Are you working on a reality show?
Yeah, man.
See,
yeah.
I seen something about that.
Yeah, man.
You and JD, right? Or something?
So,
shout out to JD.
JD is the homie, man. So we were all, oh my God, sad story. I don't even want to tell the story. It's so hard to tell, man. But at the end of the day, we were all in the same office. We I had taken over management and was moving into a partnership with the owner of this building, and we were all in the same building. And I was like, yo, I have big ideas for this space. You're not only bringing all my clients and all my reputation to this building to hype it up and make it what it can be, but you know, so me and JD had partnered. He moved in, and we were all doing good work.
Right.
And yeah, we came up with a reality show. It's called Resist Nation. It was about ultimately what we do as a company, bringing in some of our biggest talented individuals and showing how we brand and build them.
Kind of like the Office, like kind of like okay.
It's actually more like Pimp My Ride.
Okay, all right.
We sit around a round table, me, Wes, JD. We all sit around and we pull up on the screen. We say, okay, look, we got Izzy, we got Willie North Pole here. What are we gonna do for them? We go photography division. What are you gonna do? Oh, I think we should brand him in a dark We go. All right, film division. What should you do? Marketing division. What are you gonna do? So we go around the table and then we say, all right, everybody execute. And now in the same building, we're able to accomplish what we wanted to accomplish. And it was a fun concept, you know. So we shot the pilot. We had actually a producer named Anthony. He came in and he believed in this project so much. He funded it and fronted it and did everything. Brought in all the. And he's now working on pitching the pilot. So we got like a good couple episodes.
That's a dope.
That is something we're gonna look forward to.
It was fun, and then but the whole thing is now. So I recently, just as just took the whole company digital. So even our recording studio, everything is now digitallyMixed.com.
Wow.
So we're transitioning into a digital phase because of the dispute and argument that I got in with the owner of the building.
Okay.
You know, and so that turned into some. That was a pretty daunting situation. I put a lot of energy into building that space up to what it is, and I have to let go of a lot of ego when I look at that, because a lot of my clients are still there. And
is that your relationship with 3125?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I seen that you posted that you're no longer associated.
Yeah, we disassociated about 2 months ago or so, and it was painful. I've been there for almost 2 years, man.
Yeah.
And
But those are your clients, so you want to stick to it, you know.
Those are my clients, and
Yeah.
at the end of the day, all my clients are like, oh, where can I get a photo shoot done? And that's all.
So they're locked in with them instead of you. Or?
So it's. I mean, those are my clients. At the end of the day, we make money. At the end of the day, we're good. I'm not gonna, as much as I want to be angry and be egotistical and be like, hey, no, you got to find peace within yourself at times and say, it's all good. You know what? You need to get work done. By you getting work done, it's going to bring more revenue to the company, whether your distribution or whatever. Go get your work done. JD's still there, and that's my boy. At the end of the day, I wasn't gonna tell like JD, you gotta leave now because I'm leaving.
You're mine. He's like,
of course I want to. I want to be like, yo, pack up all your shit, burn this motherfucker down. But that's the humanistic side of me. But it is what it is, and I was upset for a while, but I got over it.
Business is business. At the end.
Business, and everything's gonna happen the way it's supposed to happen.
Yep,
The universe is gonna take care of it. So
most definitely. Boss, we're gonna get into a game with you in a minute. You ready?
what? Oh yeah, I know.
We're gonna shout out our sponsors real quick, and we're gonna get into that game with
do
you.
your thing.
Most definitely. www.waywardkid.com, your site for all your entertainment news, sports, lifestyle trends, and they have the Wayward Foundation and editing programs for adults and kids. So you can edit your music videos, YouTube videos, and all that. So follow them on like the Facebook page Wayward Kid. Follow them on IG Wayward Kid Online.
We also have Kiwi Juice Bar with all natural smoothies, sports nutrition supplements, fresh pressed juice, gourmet coffee and tea, protein bars, healthy snacks, and nutritional education. They also offer weekly meal prep. They will go to the grocery store for you and do your meal preps for you.
And we definitely have I Shine, You Shine, We Shine Detailing. Make your car shine like new. Check out their Facebook and Instagram page. They're always posting new videos of their excellent work. Like their pages and share their content.
And don't forget Butcher's Wings and Things. Can get them wings and things. The places on deck. So go to their Facebook page, Butcher's Wings and Things, and follow them on IG, Butcher Wings and see all them delicious pictures. You know what I'm talking about?
Novels by Z. The game isn't only for boys. Experience the game told from the other side. You can also purchase your signed copy at www.novelsbyz.com.
We also like to shout out Christina Bojorquez. She has won the weekly game for DanYo&Tita promoting any sponsor, and sometimes we'll do like gifts like for like a free book and other stuff. So she's very, very excited and stuff. So shout out to Ms. Zamone Robinson from Novels by Z. We also have Ms. Joanne Muhammad with So the Bible Told Me So. Her book will be coming out very, very soon. We have Mr. KT Gibson with Low Main. He has a video of us making fools of ourselves. He's on all platforms, Spotify, YouTube. Check him out. We also have Trinity Solutions with all your promoting, printing, and graphic needs.
Yes, and we have $1 Million Teacher Project. Go to their Facebook page, $1 Million Teacher Project. We do exclusively interview teachers as part of the program, the $1 Million Teacher Project winners, and we interview them once a month.
Yep.
So make sure you catch that and support them. And they have a $1 million tree. So just go to their Facebook page. It'll take you directly as well to their site. There's a link on their Facebook page to take you to their site, and you can donate to the money tree. Now, are you ready, sir?
I'm ready.
You sure?
I don't know nothing about this game. I was not prepared, but I'm ready.
I didn't want to tell you about that part.
Oh.
All right.
I like to catch people off guard.
Yeah, we like to catch them off guard.
None of our guests ever know that we're going to do a game.
No.
How did Willie do it? You remember how did Willie do on the game? Since we're thinking about Willie.
How did he do?
I think he did
Probably
good.
trashed.
He's all
It's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was a while ago, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we got 5 questions for you. You get 3 out of 5 correct. We'll donate $50 to your charity of choice.
Oh shit. Okay.
You have 3 lifelines. You may call someone. You may skip one. Or you may Google a question, in which case we'll give you 45 seconds to answer.
Oh God. Okay. Hold on. I got my 2 phones. These questions. I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't want to show my non-intelligence. Remember, I'm a dropout. I didn't finish. I dropped out 6 credits before I was done. I was ready to graduate.
All right.
I'm scared.
Question 1.
All right.
Snoop Dogg appeared on Hangover in 2014, a track from which South Korean singer known for his 2012 worldwide smash Gangnam Style.
You know that one.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Ask the question again. Wait, Snoop Dogg appeared on what?
Hangover in 2014, a track from which South Korean singer known for his 2012 worldwide smash Gangnam Style. Is it A, BTS, B, PSY, C, Sully, or D, Rain?
Snoop Dogg appeared. Okay. Is it Psy? B?
B is correct.
All right, cool.
I think it's P. Is it PSY?
Is it PSY?
I don't know.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
I know it's Psy.
You got it, though?
I always
Yeah, that's
get
it.
it. Got side. If it is wrong, I'm sorry.
You always said PSY
wrong.
too?
Yeah.
That's what I always said. I don't know. We could be wrong, man.
I don't know.
We were wrong about Tennessee. We said his name wrong, so.
I'm just in the industry. I don't know what the fuck.
So that's one right.
Hey, okay, we good. I'm
Question
more comfortable
2.
It's all good.
now. They get harder as they go.
You shall find out.
Oh shit.
Question 2. What Jay-Z song are the following lyrics from? Because I'm young and I'm black, and my hat's real low.
Uh-oh. It's easy. Oh wait, there's no.
No,
Nope.
not
Oh
this time.
shit! I'm young and I'm black and my hat's real low. Do I look like a mind reader, sir? I don't know. 99 problems, but bitch ain't one.
There we go.
99 problems is correct.
Yeah.
That's my shit. I say that to the cop every time I get pulled over. It's because I'm young and I'm black and my hat's real low. That's my shit.
That
Question
is-
3.
You on the roll.
Killing it.
P. Diddy, formerly known as Puff Daddy, is the king of samples. He's used a lot of people's songs and beats. One song in particular, I'll Be Missing You, was dedicated to the late notorious B.I.G. What was the name of the song this beat came from?
Oh man,
Oh, you know this one.
it's from. Are we talking? We going back to like the original.
Yeah, the original creator of the song.
Wasn't it? I mean, I want to say
15 seconds.
Oh shit! You just said it. I didn't know there was times on this. Okay, now hold on. I get because I remember the damn song, but it wasn't his song called "Missing You Too" with it was a white dude. It was what's his name song?
Yeah, what's the name?
Yep.
Watch something. Watching you.
Every breath you take.
Every breath you take, I'll be watching.
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was called
Sting, right?
Was it by Sting?
Yeah, Sting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the song. I couldn't remember the rest of it.
I thought it was I'll be watching you too.
Yep, you did.
That's what I'm like, wait a minute. But I was like, nah, I got this wrong before. That's what we call them damn questions.
Yeah.
There's a reason.
It's her voice, man. She got that radio freaking like advertising voice. She ready for like all the game shows. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like,
She practiced every day.
every day. She ready. I was listening to her doing the sponsor shout outs. I'm like, I'm listening to 98.3 right now.
Question 4. Which rap duo said this? You need a golden calculator to divide the time it took to look inside and realize that real guys go for the real down to Mars girls.
Outcast. That's Andre 3000.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
That 3 out of 5.
That is 3 out of 5.
Now I don't have to worry about it.
Now you have to be. Now, will you make the Hall of Fame?
The bonus question. Let's see.
The bonus
Or
question.
will you make the bad Hall of Fame?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Deli has been bad. I love you, Deli.
Hey,
Shout out Deli out.
leave Deli alone.
And then Tim Z. Oh, no, John Blaze is our.
John Blaze, yeah, he got everything.
Yeah.
He's got all 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
No stops.
No stops. No.
No, nothing.
No.
You got all 5 questions right.
Damn.
All right.
I wanna
We're
know
going to
this
go with the
question.
last question, and we're going to see if you can get it right. Who sings this line? That's marked July 15th because since there's no more you, there's no more anniversary.
That's Neo.
Yeah.
Neo
My
is
man.
There you go.
3 seconds.
He knows his music, man.
Anniversary.
Hey, you know what? Outcast. Then you get one of these for the Outcast. Come on now.
Maybe he was talking about the old question.
Whatever
Wait, what?
question. Outcast was none of those. I don't know why you put an Outcast.
Outcast was the
one of them.
answer. One of them.
Oh, we late then.
You're right.
Wait, what?
No, it's a delay also. So.
Oh, okay.
He's talking about the.
I was gonna say,
I was like, hold on. Don't. Hey.
Shake him
Bro, if I see you in the back, just say shake my head that day.
So I do have one more question for you.
Okay.
This is really hard.
Which charity are we donating our $50 to?
All right, let me see. You know, I own a nonprofit too, so I was thinking about
Oh.
doing. You know what? Let's actually do Opportunity for Kids. That's not my nonprofit, but yeah, that's
Opportunity for kids.
Opportunity for Kids.
Okay. Get around bossing all these kids.
Shout out to Alexandra Monteur. She runs Opportunity for Kids. They do good stuff.
Most definitely.
My charity's good.
Your charity's good.
My charity's good.
Tell us about the charity.
Shout him out.
So I mean, for the most part, right now it's actually going through this cool little revamp stage. But we like to pretty much attach kids. Like, so for me, growing up as a kid, I didn't get the exposure. I got lucky. What I would say is, like, at some point, I met the right person who introduced me to the agent's world, and it really showed me just that black people can do things outside of make music, play ball, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And so that was my big. That was it changed my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just being able to be associated with him, seeing somebody. I mean, I grew up in Indiana, so at the end of the day, the people you see successful are not. They're not doing sometimes the right things to be successful. So that showed me. They gave me a whole entire lane. At that moment, I remember I came home to my mom. I'm 12 years old, telling her I want to grow up to be a sports agent, a music agent, blah,
That's
blah, blah,
dope.
blah. You know, so what I wanted. So competing for life is what it's called. It's the same thing, and we put kids in situations where they can learn from other individuals to learn that there's other jobs outside of it. So
Mentors,
if you
definitely.
love So if you like playing basketball, we're gonna also put you next to the head coach. We're gonna put you next to the trainer. We're gonna put you so you can know. Oh, there's a lot of other ways.
Because it's a very, very, very minuscule percentage of people that really actually make it to the league to be able to make this money. So you have to have different avenues. Coaching, you want to go into physical
Executive
training.
staffing.
Right.
all
training,
of it. I mean, the marketers, the whole thing. There is a slew of positions that kids can now, you can obtain, and and if you dedicate yourself to it early enough, you can easily, make it happen at an early age, and you can make it a career. I became an agent at 21 years old.
Holy shit,
you know what I'm saying?
What exposed you to wanting to be an agent? You say you want to be an agent at 12.
Yeah, it was.
That's crazy.
What exposed you to become that?
It was the dude. It was that.
Yeah, the guy
his
he
name
was
is
talking
Joseph
about.
Calvin.
Yeah.
But there's somebody. Okay.
It was a person. It was literally a person. My mom introduced me to.
Oh, so that's the point I'm trying to make. Like your mother was.
My
they
mom.
introduced you to.
I don't know what my mom was dating him. I don't know. I don't like to think about that situation.
He was there at the right time.
He was there at the right time.
Yeah.
I can say my mom, man, she was good about that. If there was somebody that she brought around, it was at the end of the day, it was like, yo, do you want to be like this person? You want to be like that person? Look at that person over there selling drugs. You look at that person. You want to be like him? He look like a bum. Or you want to be like that person?
Right.
And so she always was like testing my way of thinking.
Right.
So yeah, she brought around this guy named Joseph Calvin. He was only short period of time, maybe for maybe a year or so. And but he introduced me to a whole new world, man. He was suit, tie, had a nice car. least what was nice to me at that point, it probably was a freaking Ford Expedition. But at the end of the day, it was a nice car to me.
Right.
And I was like, yo, this is dope. And I was like, what do you do? He's like, oh, I'm a sports agent. You know, I represent athletes. I was like, what does that mean? And he literally spoke to me like an adult and was like, I handle their contracts. I make sure when they go from one team to the next, And I was like, I want to do that.
That's dope.
And that's it. That like solidified everything for me at that point. Like this is what I wanted to do. And even when I went and played ball. I went and did I knew I was coming back to be a sports agent.
Right.
You know,
I say that because in this era, a lot of kids look up to rappers and things. I think it's up to these parents to introduce us and show us these things.
Definitely.
That there's different avenues that we can go to. You know what I'm saying? So you said your mom introduced you to somebody that
and I don't think she did it on purpose. I don't think she knew what she was doing at the time. I mean, my mom wanted me to be a baseball player like every other mom out there. You know what I'm saying? Get that fat check and whatever. But she really did. She wanted me to go to law school. She wanted me to finish law school and all that stuff. But it's just that's where it all comes down to me today is promotion.
You think about going back to school to get the 6 credits that you need?
Never.
You say, I'm good now.
I hate it. I'm not one of those kids, man. I mean, those guys. I'm not.
6 credits is what, like 2 classes?
I don't care.
A class and a half?
It could be
I've been
one,
sitting
right?
here for 30
one class?
minutes.
One class.
I've been sitting here for 30 minutes and I'm already anxious, I need to dance. I need to get up. I can't sit in a class, listen, and honestly, it's my viewpoint on college, you know what I'm saying? Did the person that invented college go to college? You know what I'm saying? It's a business, as a whole. And so, I don't like to use the word woke, but being knowledgeable about the situation and what all of this is, once you kind of open your eyes to a certain degree, you can never feed the system again. I'm just not capable of doing that. If you need to go to school for some type of paperwork, like doctor, nurse, lawyer, whatever, get that.
Thinking that when an agent, you have to know a lot of different laws and different things like that. So you may.
Yeah,
someone off the streets just can't come in and be like, "Hey, I'm an agent."
Hey, that's why I'm such a an advocate of when people are like, "Oh, this is my manager." I'm like, "No, don't do that," because I paid a lot of money to be called an agent. You know what I'm saying? And there's a big difference between us. But then you link up like Torrance Burnett is our in-house attorney. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you do is you link up with the attorney who I have general contract knowledge.
Okay.
But when it's time to go like full. He's that guy.
You got the attorney
know what I'm saying?
to take a look at it.
Yeah, he's an entertainment attorney, and you have a few of those next to you. It's kind of like, have you ever seen Ballers?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's kind of like The Rock. Like, somebody's got to be handling the money, blah 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 blah. But then he passes it off to Jason, who's who's the agent. But Jason passes it off. I think actually Jason was an attorney. I think he did them both. So
okay.
Yeah, but that's what life is about for me.
Okay, question. What talents that you do or like skills that you do at home that people do not know?
Oh, man.
Like your favorite show or like you're a big chef,
For me, it's...
or you sprint a mile like in 4 minutes or something like.
Oh,
something that you enjoy doing that people don't know or you don't really share.
I'm a true like enthusiast of like instruments. Like I actually like to play multiple instruments and stuff like that.
Nice.
So yeah, I play guitar. Honestly, you'll catch me most nights like playing
guitar.
guitar.
We were just talking about guitars.
Parlez-vous français? I speak French.
DanYo knows some French.
Whatever.
Don't call him out like that, Tita.
He knows a little bit.
It's enough to get by. If we go out there, we can probably make it.
I'll get some chicken Alfredo. No, I know a little bit.
You know a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, like these
I'm
are
learning more.
What are you using to learn right now?
Huh?
What are you using to learn?
What's that program?
Duolingo?
It's all program on her phone.
Yeah, like we do. Like we'll watch movies on Netflix. We'll just change the audio. We'll leave the English subs.
Yeah.
We'll use what's all those like ones that you pay for too?
Duolingo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, I have a Duolingo account.
Yeah.
But I think it's there's a lot different from doing that to interact. Like there's an app too that I think it's like that one. That you interact with people, like you'll call them like FaceTime and stuff, and they'll talk to you because it's different.
I'm not at that level yet. I ain't ready for that.
He's nervous.
The crazy part for me is I do that. That's it's like a nightly thing where I get on and I'll chat with different people in French.
Yeah.
My entire Facebook, like if I log in my Facebook right now, everything is French.
Dang.
Okay.
It's all switched over, so I've tried to immerse my family. Like we're French Creole, so
okay.
So I'm just
it's
trying to
something
make
that
sure.
you should know and stuff.
What's
Right.
your last name?
Phyfier. So I have two. So it's funny. So both parents have French last names. So Honore is on my mom's side.
Okay.
So Christian is my name is Christian Honore Phyfier. So
Okay.
Honore is my mom's side.
That's
Phyfier
the
is my
Honore
dad's
would
side.
be the French.
They're
last
both
name?
They're both French.
Oh, really? Fife too?
Honore
Okay.
and Phyfier. Yeah,
Okay.
both French last names.
I didn't know that.
Phyfer's more of a Haitian French, Haitian Creole.
My grandfather was
Yeah, I was thinking
also
that's something
Creole.
good,
They French Creole. They the Walt was their last name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I'm familiar with it because my grandfather had blue eyes, man.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
Mine too.
Yeah.
My blue eyes, but you could tell in like the hue of his skin. Like, he
Yeah.
looked like he could pass if you was a dodo white dude and you wasn't thinking.
Yeah.
You would look at him and be like a white dude. But if
Right.
you really looked at him, you'd be like,
Yeah, you like
you ain't one of us.
his hair was straight, like
Yeah.
it was crazy, man.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
That's what it was, man.
That's cool. It's a good skill to know, you know, like, you know,
Yeah.
a lot of people say, oh, well, you know, it's so easy, like, oh, you know, if you think about English is the easiest language.
No,
in
it's
the
not.
world.
No, it's not. It's the hardest.
No,
It's the hardest.
It's the hardest language in the world.
English is the easiest.
Y'all
English
tripping.
is the hardest.
It's the hardest,
No,
bro.
English no, hardest.
The reason why is because it really has no. English doesn't have like a set of boundaries. Like
Right.
I can make up a word right now,
Definitely.
and it could be a descriptive word. Like when we came out with bling bling,
Right.
Bling bling was. I mean, it was something that we saw. We converted it in our mind
Yep. Yeah.
to a word.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? No other language really does
Nope.
that.
Right,
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
right.
But shiny is shiny.
Right,
I look
right.
at your chain and I say, yo, ooh man, that look like bling bling.
Right.
They're like, who the fuck invented it? Ain't no Mexican culture isn't coming out saying, oh,
The-
it
Right.
looks like
English
you know,
language. I mean, you
yeah.
can go to
There's 8 different
countries
languages.
I'm saying,
and not even understand them.
It's not
Right.
hard. Simple English. is
Simple
not-
English
man.
isn't hard, but then you sound like a robot.
But the thing
Yeah,
is,
that's true. That's
Bro.
You're
You
not really
listening
participating.
to the Queen's English?
we don't even know what the fuck they're saying.
Right.
And then
Oh,
there are
yeah,
people
yeah.
from Northern England and Scotland.
British
and
English?
We can't
Who
even
always
understand
say
them.
shit in reverse.
So,
So
it's like the region, the slang of it and
English
stuff.
is tough.
Hey,
English
then
is hard.
All of the rules
Because I used to
in
struggle
English.
with Spanish though.
Now rules in
Like
English.
I grew
man.
up speaking
Spanish was the
Spanish,
second to me.
and I took a class in high school that was like kind of like AP Spanish.
Yeah.
I got a C minus.
Oh wow.
And I grew up
I hear that all the time.
It's like and all like the white kids and all like you know the people who don't speak Spanish.
They're getting it good
They got like straight A's. It's like
because you just slanged it all up.
right. Until this day, it's like my Spanish, my English are like this.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
English,
no, it's crazy.
English is
English
a
is-
very,
it-
very tough language, man.
It is.
It's really hard to
And
learn.
believe it or not, we do not speak it correctly. man.
No, we
do
do
not.
not.
No.
We fucking suck.
We've destroyed
Man.
English. but
Destroyed it.
It's all good. I
Hey,
mean,
that's our slang. That's how we talk. You know what I'm talking about?
What did we do? I mean, you
Like-
listen to people from England and you're like, what did we do?
I'm cool with what we did. I don't like that shit.
But they sound crazy. But
They
it's
sound
definitely, we took it and look what we transformed
Right.
it into.
Yeah.
English is like German, Latin, Portuguese.
A lot of people change it.
It's
into
It's a mix of
so
all
many different
It's like
languages.
like 8 different languages or some
Yeah,
stupid shit like that.
Learning English is like trying to learn how to write freaking Chinese.
yeah.
Because all the symbols that
Yep.
are in there, and if you literally, it's crazy. If you get one symbol wrong in writing, like if you make a straight line instead of a curved line,
Yeah.
you just said a whole different
A whole
word.
different word.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Writing their language to me is an art form.
oh yeah,
Calligraphy.
No,
It's an art form. It's
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
it's so beautiful also to see them write and
And then they're so light with it, like they just go
Yeah.
it's beautiful, man. And
Yeah.
the way they doing it's an ancient form of writing that
Calligraphy.
they've been doing. Right,
It
they've been
is.
doing it for centuries, man. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I love calligraphy and everything they do out there. It's dope.
What's that? Is that your baby girl on your Instagram?
Yeah, man.
Man, I love the interaction. I love that.
we're goofy, man. We have a very. I'm actually kidless. I don't have. What? No.
Oh no.
Oh, sorry. I don't have a. I've never birthed a child, but that is my kid. Like
Right,
that,
right.
you know, at heart. And, you
Yeah.
know, so I'm such a bad dad though. I
Well,
fucked up.
come on.
I fucked up. Yesterday, man. So her mom is my best friend on like one of my best friends on the planet. Like we're super close.
Okay.
And so that's kind of how it all came to be. It's just that ultimately, like I grew up. I've known this little girl since she was like 2 years old.
Okay.
And at some point, it was like, yo, like her brothers are going off with their dads. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take her on the weekends. I'm picking her up from school, and then
That's
that
dope.
started translating into, you know what? you're like my dad, and I'm like, I am your dad, and now boom.
That's dope.
You know, like my mom is her grandma.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's just how we
That's
roll.
love. That's love.
So, but I'm still getting used to shit. I'm not quite there yet with the dad game. Right. You know what I'm saying? So like yesterday, I didn't know it was National Daughters Day.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Like
You gotta know these things.
This is on Nicole.
Man.
This is on in her thing. It pops up.
yeah.
Oh, National Daughters Day. I need to treat my daughter real special today.
Yeah.
Me, they're trying to hint it to me. Like, I don't get on the gram and check for that shit. I'm looking at everybody posting the pictures of their daughters, and I'm just thinking they're all just being retards, like doing what they do. Like, oh, everybody's posting pictures of their daughters. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Nicole is sending me videos, like she's hinting, like, hey, look at what Mia's doing. Look at what Mia's doing. And I'm like, okay, why are you sending me this shit? And so,
her birthday? Did
I miss something?
Right.
And so I wake up today, and then I'm looking at all the hashtags, hashtag National Daughters Day, all this. I'm like, oh man, I suck. I suck. Why did I didn't go there?
You ain't the only one.
You are
Both my
not-
parents suck too, cause I ain't get a shout out either.
You old. Nobody care about you no more.
My mom gave me hints yesterday. I'm like, okay. I'm like, that's great that she posted a picture of her little girl, you know?
Right.
And yeah.
She called me yesterday and everything.
Shame
Mia called me,
ain't
hi, what's going on? What are you doing today? And I'm like, nothing. What do you want?
David forgot too, cause obviously he messed up.
What?
Said,
Oh,
what?
yesterday was
It was
National
National-
Daughters Day?
Please stop.
Yeah. I was like, she called me. She was being all sweet.
I'm sorry. Dave, I'm tired of you agreeing with Aisha and Dave all the damn time. You gotta challenge sometimes, man. Come on.
Leave David alone.
Always
Leave David
agreeing with
alone.
Aisha and Dave.
Leave David alone.
It's right. It's 8 different languages.
Yeah.
It's just straight up agreed. She not even right. We don't even know.
Right.
She just throwing out numbers.
Things, man.
You're right. David, are you simping? I think you're in there. He's trying to spit. I don't even know David like that.
Nah, man, he's a bit smart.
He's cool.
He's a bit
No, but
smart.
I'm glad that I wasn't the only one that forgot yesterday. So I'm
Yeah.
glad we're
Dude.
part of the club.
Nowadays, it's tough, man. It's every day is a different fucking
It
day.
is.
We're making up shit.
Man, dude, I was like, dude, I don't like you. It's cookie day, donut
Cookie
day.
day.
Like, what the fuck, man?
And all it is, man, it's real shit. It's social construct, man. It's
Yep.
like it's just
Go buy some donuts today. No, I ain't buying shit.
Donut Day is in June.
How you remember?
They had the firstborn.
I didn't know
They had
that.
the firstborn. Day. Firstborn day. though.
Firstborn. Oh yeah, that was the other
firstborn
day.
challenge.
Yeah.
It's a way to get you to go out and spend money
I
on
was-
some shit.
The firstborn challenge.
Yeah, I posted a picture. Remember that, Tita?
Yeah, my baby.
My dog.
Yeah, your dog. I'm sorry.
Right, the dog.
We ain't got no kids, so I
No.
have my dog. You know what I'm saying?
That's my baby.
All right, let's
That's
get into Sister Social. Y'all know y'all want to talk about something.
So Aisha is finished watching a show.
What's
I
that?
did. I
What
just
show
finished
is that?
watching How to Get Away with Murder.
Oh.
It's a great show, man.
You like it?
It is.
I know. I don't like dramatic TV, but it's
Viola Davis
she's wow.
Yeah.
is a
Never seen
great fucking actress.
You never seen it?
Never seen it.
It's been off for what? It's been off the air for a few years.
Couple
now.
years now, yeah. And I just literally
you watch
binge
it on
watched
Netflix?
6 seasons
Yeah, we
in
gotta
like
watch
Yeah.
it.
2 weeks.
I mean, it was on fire.
I wasn't crazy
That's how
about it, but
I was that late on it. Like I didn't watch it when it was airing on TV. I just
you saw
literally
it. You saw
watched
like the
all 6
commercials and
seasons.
stuff, but you're like, oh, okay, cool, but never really got into it.
So now
Right.
you get to binge watch it all the way through.
Yeah.
Right.
So you watched it. Okay.
I watched it all the way through.
That's
And
on
I
right
was
now
like,
with Lucifer.
Yeah.
my sister keep telling me about
watching
that.
it.
Man,
Yeah.
Lucifer is the shit. Like, it
It
gives you a
is, yeah.
different perspective on the devil.
Man, I know how we guess it does.
No, it's straight up.
I was watching
I know you-
Supernatural. I did a rerun of Supernatural. So I was like, oh man, angels and demons are not like what I think they are.
What you think?
So then
Right.
they gave me Lucifer, and I'm like, all right. So Lucifer looks
Lucifer,
good.
because everybody
Real
always
good.
talks about how the devil is trying to, you know, how it's trying to stop you, it's trying to get you to, you know, it's trying to make you this, and he's a competitor against your life, and then you think he's talking about no. All I do is torture the people who made bad choices on Earth.
That's kind of how they portray Lucifer in this new Sabrina they just came out with too.
Really?
Yeah, by the time like I think chapter 3 came around when he was in it more prevalently.
Yeah.
He was kind of
That's
like
the thing.
they talked about Lucifer, they talked about Riverdale, Supernatural, like they
Like
kind of
all those little,
like-
yeah.
the
like they
devil's
kind of
right.
all tied
We're not
together.
saying he's a good person, people. So calm down. You know, all you.
I'm saying he's not a bad person. That doesn't mean he's good. I'm not saying any. I honestly, truthfully, you want to know the real truth about. I don't believe in the devil. Like I don't believe the devil exists.
Okay.
Like as a whole, but at least for what we've been taught to believe it in that sense. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in the devil in the traditional sense that if you don't live your life right, the devil gonna get you.
Right.
It sounds like the boogeyman to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it sounds like a child's story to make sure your kid stays in line.
That's why it was
and I feel like
created.
that's what white people did is they created this thing that or the old they created this world where hey, how are we gonna control these people? You know what? Let's create a devil.
Right.
Let's create a devil and let's control them by saying you're gonna burn in hell for the rest of your life.
Right.
If you've seen Lucifer, it's actually kind of crazy how Jerry it's the guy who does it is Jerry Bruckheimer, who's like a famous.
He's a great actor.
He's a really
He was like
great
born
director.
to do that skit. I swear.
Yeah. So he's a director too. So he did all this, but when you go down, the way he portrays hell is that not that you burn in hell, is that whatever sin is on your mind that you regret the most. Like one of them was that somebody killed their brother. So you go to hell and he kills. He keeps overkilling. He wants to stop. I just want to stop.
So it's like a loop that you
You're
just
in
keep
a loop
playing.
that you keep playing that for all eternity.
Yeah.
That you keep killing.
Don't do that to me.
And that's what hell is. And so that's actually more scary to me.
That's scary. Yeah.
Than anything. But that's how
Right.
he tortures. That's what Lucifer does. Is he tortures you for what you've done for your past sins. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's a unique spin-off on, and it's actually the original. Like if you go back to the original Bibles, this is actually what they claim the devil to be and to do.
But if you even listen to Satanists, they don't believe in the devil in the way people think they do. No, it's not what people think it is. They don't believe in evilness
Exactly.
and things like that.
People
Right.
hear the word Satanist and they're like, oh no, I don't want to do any voodoo
evil
stuff.
is bad.
It's like, do your research, people.
Yeah.
Voodoo isn't bad, Satanists aren't bad. It's just the way
Right.
you look at things. You
it's
know?
all energy and it's all so
Man,
yeah.
people are bad. People are evil.
That's it. That's it. I don't want to make this to a religious show, but you know what I'm saying?
Nah, it's all
we don't gotta
good.
go that route. But yeah, no.
So-
Lucifer's a good show. I like that
So the
show.
shows we gotta check out: How to Get Away with Murder, Lucifer.
Lucifer.
They're suggesting Sneakerheads on Netflix.
I just watched. The,
Is that good?
I just watched the preview.
Is
of
it about
Preview?
tennis shoes?
It looks alright.
It's buying tennis shoes?
No, it's not just about buying. It's in that realm, but it's not just about that.
Oh, because I'm about to say I ain't watching
But
that
Y'all know what?
Off the preview, I'm kind of energy.
I watched-
tennis number one too.
I watched
Tenet.
that movie
Yeah.
that everybody was talking about on Netflix, on Facebook.
Bird something?
Cuties.
Oh no.
You watched that?
I watched it.
Cuties.
I had to
Which one is
watch
that
it.
one? The zombie one?
Cuties was
No,
the
this
one
with
about the
it was
Haitian.
advertised with the little girls in little outfits, so everybody was outraged because of the clothes and the positions they were in.
But the thing is,
Oh, okay.
everybody was outraged for the
I know,
whole wrong reason.
because the whole thing is it's going against it. It's telling people to try to stop the industry and the things that they are doing.
Really and truly,
Yeah,
as I was
wrong.
watching the movie, it was about the Haitian little girl. They had just moved to United States. They in a housing project, and the little girl, they got, it's a big enough apartment to where everybody can get their own bedroom, but the father's not there. The father stayed behind to collect money, and in the meantime of him, working and sending money to the family in the United States, he picked up another wife. Now the little girl is mad because the mom is sad because the husband done picked up another wife. Now,
What does it have to do with the story?
because the little girl was doing basically what the Asian chick and the white chicks and all the other little girls, she was trying to be what they were instead of just being herself, and which is what her parents was trying to tell her to do.
What
And
is
she
that?
was just rebelling against what they was telling her to do. Don't do this, don't do that, and she was just going out and doing the opposite of what they was telling her not to
That's
do.
the bad thing though, because a lot of parents like
does that
they
have to
have
do?
that mind state of I want you to be like this and stuff, and it's like a lot of kids
It was
don't
pretty
want to grow
much-
up that way. They want to do their own
The
thing.
purpose of the movie was the little girl wanted to go out and fucking dance with her friends.
There you go. That's what I was trying to get you to. Like, what do you keep talking around the main point of the movie?
Like
All
she
right,
she wanted
she
to
was
go out
dancing.
there, and the little girl she watching pornos at night, looking at how they dance and
So
watching
the-
YouTube
just like I
videos to
thought
learn
when
the
this
moves.
came out, the relevance of this is we have our kids listening to WAP and all these artists' music that we're listening to. We got so pissed off when we seen these little girls in these clothing.
doing
But
those dances.
when we have grown women doing this, and
It's
we
okay.
have our little kids listening to this, and they have access to this isn't a problem.
I said
We have to see that both sides are a problem.
Exactly.
Right.
The little girls are gonna look up to Cardi B,
Yeah.
and they want to wear their ass out, have their ass
Hey.
out, and sing songs
I
about
said-
WAP.
So
You
I'm
can't
not
be
saying
mad.
I was not
Right.
that shit. Yeah, that shit's ridiculous.
I mean, you and then we mad that look at the positions they in.
Right,
You think these
because
little girls ain't watching these
what the whole point
videos
that
on
everybody
YouTube?
on Facebook was outraged about was the dance positions that the little girl was doing.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
But what I'm saying is that
But y'all are okay with y'all kids listening to it.
Right, it's
Yeah.
listening to it. It's the #1 song in the country, so you know they hearing it.
Right.
Yeah,
So it's how do we
it's influence, man.
how do we supposed to do this and how do we balance these things when we see that the music is an influence, the movies are influence. We see the influence to get girls to have on no clothes and be naked, but we get so outraged when we see this.
That the girls are trying to do it.
Right.
It's a
So what?
discussion.
So what
You
do
gotta see
what do
it.
you do? You can't have it both ways. You can't
No,
be
yeah.
upset
Right.
that they do the things that you are showing them.
Right, and that's basically what the movie was about. They was basically just trying to bring light to.
Yeah.
Bring light to-
Right. You see
You
little
motherfuckers
girls.
are being hypocritical
I see
of.
videos of little girls, 10, 11, 12, twerking
Right.
and shaking their ass. I see
Or stuffing
videos
their
of
bras.
little
I've seen that a
dudes
lot.
dancing behind the girls and the girls dancing and they
Oh, I
only
saw
10,
that.
11,
That's
12
crazy.
years old.
Right.
Right. We see these things. Where do they see that? They saw it on the video, wherever else, or they saw their parents doing it. So why do we think that these, just like I talked on bullying the other day, we are a violent society. A violent society. Everything is violence. I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna shoot you. You do this, I'm gonna kill you. But then our kids, we're like, no bullying. Stop it. How are we supposed to tell our kids to stop bullying when that's all we do is bully each other?
Right.
Right.
Well, I don't understand how we we set bad examples and then expect the kids to follow a different example.
Right.
I will never understand it. I don't get it. When kids go out, shoot up shit, we're not surprised because all our music is shoot 'em up shit. And this is what we have. Trauma, just like we said, we sell trauma. The
Yeah.
video said that's what we sell.
Yep.
We're gonna keep engaging in the same things as long as we keep on engaging in the trauma.
Yeah.
And we don't change the narrative.
You gotta change the nerve.
You gotta change it.
Definitely. Yeah, that's
tough.
Stop playing, y'all.
It's tough.
Get out of here, stop playing.
Hey man.
Alright. We'll get into some news stories real quick and then we're gonna get in dip and then we can wrap up the show. Man, you got strong right now. I'm gonna stop playing, y'all. Stop changing that narrative. Let's get into some news real quick. We had a former NBA player, Ty Lawson, banned from CBA. That's the China League. For an Instagram post saying Chinese women have cakes on the low.
Wow. He needs a better agent.
You need to holler at him, man. You need to holler at him. See what's
I
wrong
would have
with him.
banned him too because he's lying.
He is. That's what I'm saying. I don't know about the cakes on the low.
I do.
Oh
They
yeah?
got cakes on the low?
I got cakes on the low.
Explain.
I got cakes on the low.
They got cakes on the low? I mean,
Bro, watch a music video by Hobson called "Happy Ending."
oh yes, they're from America.
He said Chinese women. They from
They eat
America.
fast
But he
food.
was over
They-
there.
Yeah, he was over there.
Right.
They eat fast food over here.
Right. They different. They
it's so
getting
food.
our meals.
I don't care what nobody say. I like Chinese.
You're not gonna want to say.
No,
Chinese
I'm not
American
saying-
women,
I'm
they
not-
got cakes on the low.
Well,
they got
Ass
cakes
ain't
on the low.
everything. To me, ass is the
There's a
third
lot of
thing on the
Asian,
list.
Really? Ask my
Asian
first.
people. There's a lot of Asian
Yes.
people that have a lot of virtuous areas. That
No,
blooms.
there's that one chick named Ming Ming in Atlanta on a reality TV show.
Oh yeah, Daniel
That's
loves
not my
her.
baby. I think her name Ming Ming. I don't know. But that's my baby.
If not, Daniel named her now.
He didn't call the Ling
He
Ling.
named her now. He named her now.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
He's
But
all like, he's like, baby, look, my girl's on. I'm
she's
like,
on the
yes,
Atlanta
Daniel.
show. I think she's on the Atlanta show.
I'm like, yes,
That's
Daniel,
my
she
baby.
looks good to me. Don't she look good? I'm like, yes, baby, she look real
That's my
good.
baby. She's not a cook too.
Yeah.
We have.
You're like, she's
And he
Asian,
noticed without
race.
tasting the food.
Right, without even tasting.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
It look good.
It look good.
Massachusetts construction worker. He eats black licorice all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Ended up costing his life. He ended up bag and a half every day for a few weeks and messed up his nutrients and out of whack and caused. He was 54 years old and caused his heart to stop.
Hey man, I don't mean to be an asshole right now,
No,
but who the fuck eat black
I don't. He was
Black-
black licorice.
Who eats
Black
regular licorice? Licorice is nasty.
If you eat
Come
on, man.
Twizzlers or
People
red
eat
vines,
Twizzlers and
you
red
eat
vines all the
licorice.
I like those.
That's what I'm talking
lot of
about.
people-
All nasty.
I like the strawberry one. The strawberry one's good.
Nobody
Twizzlers.
eats black licorice, man.
Laffy Taffies
What's the
are
Twizzlers?
that's
I don't like that
Twizzlers with
either.
the sugar on the joint.
What is
Black
it called?
licorice is the most
You know what I'm
disgusting.
talking about?
I know what it is.
When I like that, yeah, that's the fire.
Pull
That's
it.
There's
Peel.
one.
the pull and peel.
The
Twizzlers.
roast. The ropes.
The ropes.
ropes,
The
yeah.
They're like
Yeah.
licorice, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm good on all that licorice stuff.
Yeah, man, I can't.
No, that
believe
black
it.
licorice, that's like.
I'm
that's-
surprised
Jelly
anybody even
bean.
eat this shit.
Jelly beans are not a form of licorice.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Don't go
Yes.
with her there. She did her research on that.
I guess. I
We
see
discussed it
jelly
before.
beans.
Yeah.
They have all the licorices out there.
Yes.
We have the police in Vietnam. The estimate of 345,000 used condoms that were reportedly cleaned and resold as new.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where did they get these condoms from,
I don't
bro?
even see where they got.
Were
the
they
condoms
waiting
from.
under the bed after sex? Like, I don't get it, man.
No, they was dumpster diving for him.
Yeah, this is some weird.
You did the research?
I think the area.
No, I ain't do the research on that one.
Did you do the research on that one?
I think it's some type of sex
man.
thing right there, and that's what they put the condoms on. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not.
Listen,
It's
they got a
either they was
special can
dumpster
for
diving
condoms.
for him,
Yeah.
or they was going to those
Yeah.
I mean, at
those,
least they're being economical.
happy ending massage parlors.
Yeah, happy in
I guess
Oh,
recycle,
yeah, I guess it
reuse,
could be a certain
reduce
place
or
or
something.
park.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
sitting
know.
right next door to it. And
That's sick.
we have a woman who launches a TikTok campaign to expose parents who are allegedly abusing their kids through the teachers that can see their kids getting abused on the classes. So they're exposing all the parents that abuse their kids.
Yeah, it's been a
I
lot
don't even know
of.
why you hitting your kids and you know the kids are being recorded on the camera.
They've talked about people smoking weed by the cameras,
Oh, yeah.
drinking early in the mornings.
Beating the kids.
Yeah, so the
yelling at 'em.
parenting. One lady was shot and
Yeah.
killed on the video.
On video.
So it's
wow.
it's getting into people's homes. You see some crazy shit.
Daniel, where do you get these stories from, bro?
Well, you know where you get those stories from? Go to DanYo&Tita podcast.
There you
Facebook
go.
page. and you
like-
see all those stories
It's
there.
like, where do
All
you
of
get these stories from?
I've
like,
seen
oh my
all the stories you said.
God.
I've seen. This
Really?
week.
all the stories.
Yeah.
And Sir
But
Daniel
we
has
looking
a,
at
has a
it.
So
person.
if you like, oh, I don't believe you, Daniel, that story. Or I don't believe Aisha with that story. Dip, I don't believe you. Well, the link is there on DanYo&Tita podcast Facebook page. Thank you for asking that question.
Or you can
Tita.
also find it on Habari Entertainment.
And on Barry
Yes.
Entertainment.
We
Your
get
two
some assholes.
sites.
Yeah,
Hey, man.
Barry Entertainment. There's a whole bunch of pages that we have.
Mm-hmm.
Go to all of them.
Bam.
Oh yeah, follow us on Instagram.
And Twitter.
And Twitter.
All right, then.
All right. So, well, we go get into the lean perspective, I guess here. We got some things going on in Phoenix. We had 140 people arrested during a U.S. Marshal gang enforcement operation in Phoenix. The U.S. Marshal Service, Arizona Wanted Violent Offender Task Force, worked with the Phoenix Police Department and other agencies, worked together to arrest 140 violent fugitives, said the agency officials.
Damn.
140 people. Authorities confiscated 131 firearms, $145,031 in cash, and $3,207 in fake fentanyl pills during their Operation Snake Eyes.
Fake fentanyl.
Fake fentanyl. Dudes, man, hey, watch yourself out there, man. They coming. They are
That's
coming.
crazy.
Yeah. So Chandler mom is accused of beating her children with the extension cord.
Yeah. so-
I heard that.
That's
Yeah.
my mom.
I got.
That's what I was going.
Hey.
No, you
Ain't
didn't.
nothing new to me. Ain't nothing new. I got hit with this. I got hit with the extension. Come here with the extension.
I had a couple of
mom's getting
extension
beat.
cords.
Man, we got beatings with everything.
Yeah.
Extension cords.
I got twice.
Boom
Twice
rods.
with the extension cord.
What you call the little thing where you open and close the blinds
I done
with?
got branches.
Yeah,
There's a
switches.
branch.
A switch.
Boom. Switch.
Right.
My mom was big with the
Nah.
hands, man. She run up, and the thing was that she would wait for you to be like in the most off guard position, sleep, just waking up 7 o'clock in the morning. She just come and slap. Like, damn. This is for 2 days ago. You know, like my mom.
Don't think I ain't
They do that.
My mom wasn't big on on weapons. You know, I remember one time she came at me and she couldn't hit me. She,
You was dodging? Mayweather?
but I slipped. I slipped on something and I fell. And she straight up, she went like gangster style on me and stomped me. She's bam.
She's like, oh yeah, oh
Take
yeah.
that. You just stomped me.
Right, yeah.
I got up and asked her. I was like, Mom, did you know you stomped me? You kicked me. You kicked me twice.
Right.
I didn't kick you, boy. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
What are you talking about? I got
exactly.
prints.
Prove it.
Yeah.
He said, I didn't kick
That's
you. You're
fair.
alive.
I told my mom the other day, so you remember when you did this? I ain't never did that.
I ain't never did that.
I ain't never did you like that.
I never did that. You know where's my
Don't be
aunts?
lying
My
on me.
aunts get the worst whoopings. I don't know how they got permission. Cause I was like, yo, you're not allowed to whoop me. And they be like, straight up, line up. They use
You
all
better
the
think
weapons.
again.
I had Nintendo 64, freaking chords, CDs. I remember I stole an Outkast album, Stank On Ya. I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
My aunt was so pissed off about it. You gonna bring this stank-ola in this house? And she beat me with the tape.
Oh, wow.
With the CD.
With the CD case and master joint.
It didn't break.
No, it didn't break. No, she hit me right in the middle of the forehead, right in the spot.
With the sharp part, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, she used the flat part. She wasn't that bad. I ain't gonna make her look that bad.
We'd have been on the phone every day.
Shit.
The times have definitely changed.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But it
Definitely
made me
changed.
stronger, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, but
I like how I mean.
times have changed.
I remember my school. You know when they, you're in trouble. And,
Teachers used to
I'm
be
gonna
able to
call-
beat
I'm gonna
you.
Call your mom. I used to my legs start shaking.
Right.
Yeah.
Getting ready for that
I'm
video.
like,
I'm gonna just take.
Look, you don't even want to get off the bus. You be like,
I'm going.
keep going.
I should do detention for 2 weeks. Just don't call my mom.
Just don't do it.
Just don't do it. Just don't call my mom and dad. I'll do anything.
Look, I'll take in-school suspension for a whole month.
Yep.
Just don't call the house, please.
Right.
Just don't let nobody.
Do not call the house.
No.
We got a man was found shot dead at Skyline Park in Mesa. Teen suspect mom calls the police. 27-year-old Christopher Clark killed a 17-year-old male. Pulled out a gun and killed him multiple times.
I thought it was a 16.
Oh yeah, you're right. 16-year-old male.
Oh, 16.
Yeah. Yeah. So and then they said a 17-year-old male. So I'm sorry. The victim was 27-year-old Christopher Clark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. He was confronted by 16 and 17-year-old kids, and the
Teenagers.
17-year-old pulled the gun and shot Clark multiple times. So
Some of these kids
You got that
nowadays.
backwards.
no,
right?
I don't. No,
No?
no, I don't. I'm reading it.
He's like, no.
No.
And then I read it backwards the other day because
Yeah.
when I read the article, they were saying that the 27-year-old got into it with the 16 and 17-year-old, and the 17-year-old pulled out a gun.
Right.
And then the 27-year-old pulled out a gun and shot the 16-year-old
No,
multiple
the
times.
27-year-old is the one that was
killed.
that was
okay.
that he was the one.
Somebody
that
still
identified.
got shot. And somebody
Okay,
still
so
got
the
killed.
article I read must have been an early
They had-
preliminary
yeah,
article
yeah.
that was.
That's
okay.
crazy though. Like they have nothing else to do.
27 though, you getting into it with these young, but you never know what happened. They was at the basketball court, so
Oh,
I guess they said it was a couple of group of people who was.
There was
Oh,
a group of
okay.
people that was getting
So-
into it.
It's just bad all the way around, man.
Yeah.
Abandoned baby discovered dead near trash dumpster behind Phoenix Strip Mall,
That pisses me.
35th Avenue and Baseline. A baby boy beside a trash dumpster behind a strip mall, and Justice with the Phoenix Department said this was a very newborn baby. So that's pretty sad, man. Brenda got a baby type situation. Yeah.
That pissed
So,
me off right there.
yeah.
If you guys don't like babies, bring them
Bring
to
them to
us.
us, yeah. Bring
I'll
them.
take all your kids
Give 'em no more.
any day.
Yeah, me too. Bring them to me so I can bring them to Daniel.
Right.
Right? We'll have a big house with
real.
kids.
And we got Trump. He's going to nominate Amy Coney Barrett to the Supreme Court.
And they usually don't do that till after that thing. Right?
Well, when Obama had a chance to bring in
Merrick Garland.
Merrick Garland, the Republicans blocked him, saying that they shouldn't. He won't be able to. He shouldn't put in a person right so soon
When
to
it's
the
that close
election.
to an election.
And it was like 10 months to the election
Right.
at that time. So they acted a fool and did everything they could to make sure he doesn't get that pick. In
For a
that
whole
month.
year
For a whole
almost.
year. It was a year. And usually in those type situations, they go ahead and let them pick them. I think that Lincoln, it was real close to his re-election, and he decided to wait until
To wait.
re-election to pick the Supreme Court. But Republicans aren't going to do that. They're gonna cheat whatever they have to do to keep power.
They'll find a way.
Yeah.
There's a way.
Yeah, so they cheated to get the last two judges. They blocked Obama's judge pick. They let Trump pick one now, and now they're quickly going to get this judge in. They didn't even wait till the lady's body was cold. They was already on it, man. They've been waiting for this.
She had just been announced that
Yeah.
she passed away,
That's
and they was like, "All
ridiculous.
right, well,
They've been on it.
There's no.
he's got
respect
his
in there.
nominee. Whoever he
No.
picks is going in."
Yeah.
As soon as she flatlined, they're like, okay, who's
Yep.
next?
And it's all about abortion.
Hungry people.
It's all about abortion, and that's what they want gone, man. They want it gone. It's
Whatever judge they put in is
So
going to
it's
be
a-
highly
I'm
against
like-
abortions, and Roe v. Wade will be overturned.
I mean,
that's
my
what
thing
they.
is, I'm like a 50-50 with that topic.
It
Well,
just depends.
Yeah.
it's a personal choice.
Yeah.
And that's all it's
We're
about.
human beings.
Right.
We're human beings that can make
You don't
any
have to
choice.
decide.
I know.
You could be 100% against it. That's for you.
That's for you.
Right.
Right.
I'm not going, and so that's the whole thing. Is that's how you got to look at like. I look at the whole world like that, at everything. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, even if you want to do crack, I don't care.
That's
do what
on you.
It's your choice.
Yeah.
Why are we putting?
As long as you're not hurting no one,
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck what you do.
That's what pisses me off about
I'm all
this.
about it. Yeah, I have my own personal opinion about abortion. But if
Definitely.
you want to get, that's on you.
That's on you.
That's on
You
you.
know what I mean?
100%.
But I do. If you think about you,
Right. I understand. When it becomes personal, you know what I'm saying? It becomes different when it becomes personal. But you got to put yourself in them people's shoes. Maybe they can't afford the baby. Maybe it's whatever situation they're going to.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe
like, why
they
would
were
you bring a
raped
baby
and,
into a
and they
situation
don't want
where
to
they're
have
not
the
gonna-
baby. Maybe it was incest. Or,
That's ultimately like to me that's like a big. That's I don't know, like a sin to me. It's like, why would you bring a baby into a world where you know you can't
like I
feed
said,
it,
Can't
afford
feed
it,
it, afford it, right.
Like
Woman-
the abandoned baby that they found. That could have been.
Yeah.
Right.
That could have,
I mean,
and
it's
sometimes,
like I said, if a woman gets, raped, I understand that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand abortion.
Right.
But like I said, I have my own.
And you definitely. So that's what they're going after, man. And that's why we always say, man, every time, dude, I know people don't want to hear it. Voting matters every fucking time. We put this motherfucker in here. He's put in 3 judges to go conservative. Their whole mission is to turn around everything that we've put in place for the last 35 years. Transgender respect and laws that's been put in for the last
Gay
5 years.
marriage,
Gay marriage.
gone.
All those things that they hate so
Why
much.
is that a law? I don't never got that.
It
Why
has
that's
to be a
It
law
has to be.
because so many
Why?
people hate them. So many people hate their guts and don't want to respect their fucking freedoms and let them live their life.
That's why we're saying, why is it a fucking law? Why do we?
because you got churches, preachers,
No, because people won't marry them.
bakers, everybody that's
Right.
associated with the wedding industry, they're looking at it like one man, one woman.
We
That's
won't-
what the
you
Bible
can't-
say.
Why
Get out
do
of
you
my church.
give a shit?
Get out of my
Like,
stores. They don't want
But
you
I
in
mean,
their store.
but see, here's the
I get
thing.
it.
Well,
But it's
years
not a law.
back.
I mean,
Now it's a
like-
thing, and
Here's
it's
the
bad.
thing. Okay.
black thing with it, but I'm not gonna go there with it right now. But like,
Yes, you may be my pastor. I'm gay. You gonna marry me? But here's the thing. You might be my pastor, and I might be gay. But guess what? You ain't sleeping in my goddamn bedroom with me.
Right.
No,
It's
I don't
somebody
care.
else.
I
So
don't
why the
believe
fuck
in
do you
marriage.
care what's going on behind my bedroom
I
doors?
don't really care.
I don't believe in marriage, period, at the end of the day. No, I don't. I don't believe in, I think marriage is a social construct that should be abolished. I think it is the one ruiner of all relationships in general. Why do we have to, if I love you,
Yeah.
why do I have to explain it to you why do I need a marriage license? You know, marriage licenses were put in place
That's-
to
that's
monitor the
the
amount of blacks marrying whites, the amount of people, the amount of interracial marriages that were happening at one point.
Yeah.
And they could deny you a marriage. You know what I'm saying? I mean, also talking about just like, oh, if you're marrying
That's
a
why
Mexican woman
they
who's
have
not
to put
legal,
a
da
law.
da da da.
Yeah, that's-
So they put this law in place,
you know.
but overall, like, why are we're allowing too much governing from the state, from our government? Like, chill the fuck out, handle the finances, handle excess, but you're not gonna manage my love.
I think that
You're
not
marriage,
gonna-
the concept of marriage, was more put in place to be when women couldn't really take care of themselves as much, because the benefits more. It's more beneficial for women to get married,
I'm cool with
especially
that.
back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Because
Women were house takers
when you
back in
got
the day.
right, and that's the reason why they were on getting married. Women were more, hey, let's get married. Now they have more financial freedoms. They don't need men. That's why marriage's numbers are declining, and no one
exactly.
gets married as much as they used to.
You know what I want?
For me,
I want to
for
do.
me, like I said, we're married. But for me, it was more. It was like you already know we're together for a long time already. You know, you ain't gotta. I'm not going.
But
nowhere.
it was our
This
choice
is it
though.
right here.
It wasn't because
You know
we
what I'm
had to
saying?
do it. It wasn't
was more
because
of a-
we
Right.
needed somebody to tell us the paper. Oh, this is you and him. Like that's not why we did
Right,
it. You
of
know,
course.
everybody has their own version of
This
marriage.
ain't-
Your family didn't have any pressures on what they think about marriage or anything
No.
like that. Okay.
They didn't have nothing.
They were like, "Oh, you're gonna get married." You're like, "Okay, cool."
Right.
Like but it wasn't like.
They said they
Like
caught back on our wedding day though. They get on one nerve.
I think everybody.
I think we
did.
should just implement contracts. Let's do. Look, I'm gonna marry you right now. All right, we're gonna do this 3-year contract. After 3 years, we had the ability to renew if we want. If not,
You know what? Somebody I know said that same shit. They
stole
was
my
like,
shit.
marriage should have a time limit. A time limit.
Because
A term limit on
right there.
marriage.
it would
Like, all right,
think
after
about-
7 years, we're gonna reevaluate.
And
All
this
right,
is what
fuck you, I'm out.
No,
is you can say like, look,
no.
all right, because you come together, you say, look, okay, cool, we getting ready to get married. Right now, coming into this, or not married, we're gonna go into this contract. Coming into the contract, I'm worth $100,000. You're coming in, you make $40,000. All right, look, right now at this moment, we're gonna write this down on paper. This is how much I make. This is how much you make. After the 3 years comes up, if you're making now $60,000 and I'm making $150,000, we're only going to divide or split or whatever the amount extra that we made since being together.
Right.
Because now but anything before that, if I still make $100,000, that means you haven't elevated me monetarily.
It's kind of like the,
You know what I'm saying?
Isn't that?
Beyonce
Yep.
prenup.
The prenup.
The prenup.
Yes.
All I've done, believe me, I've had a lot of time to think about this.
You're like,
I've been single for a long time. I'm like, I don't know if I really want to get married. And I was literally thinking, I was telling you, I don't know if I want to go into this whole thing. I just want to make a contract.
It's a business at the end of the day. There's
is a
other
business.
cultures that do contracts. You know, it's like, okay, well, my daughter will marry you for so much money. You know, but the contract says that you have to have kids within so many years, or this and that.
That's
know?
insane.
So there's a contract. Every country has their own version of a marriage.
Yeah.
Well, lastly, when we're talking about Breonna Taylor, on the officer was only convicted of shooting in another home, not the actual shots that went into her. Her family has been condemning the protest and saying to keep the violence and burning and everything down. So I'm, it's crazy. But the main thing that I want people to think about is that they were able to get to ban the no-knock warrants, which was the problem.
Breonna's law.
Yeah, with the Breonna's law. But we hoping that goes nationwide.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
That's something that needs to be changed.
But you know what? I did see an article speaking on that. It does not look like at this time Arizona will not be investigating their no-knock warrants. They won't be doing anything regarding them. They're stating that under their data reports that they have, that there has been no excessive use of no-knock warrants.
Right. Well, if you feel that as though I don't know, Phoenix police kill a lot of people.
They do.
The first thing I'm gonna say, I don't know how responsible
39
they are.
officer-involved shootings this year so far.
Right. I don't know how responsible they are with the no-knock warrants, but what I will say is that it should be a last resort. The person should be a known criminal, escaped criminal. I don't like that they're doing these no-knock warrants for fucking drug dealers, man.
Yeah.
It's so ignorant to me. When I think they did one a few years ago where they threw a flash grenade, and
killed the baby.
Killed the baby in the playpen or
in the crib.
They doing a no-knock warrant trying to get a drug dealer. You know, the war on drugs, man. I hear people always talk about the 94 crime bill and all this, the Democrats. Republicans have been fighting the war on drugs since the 70s. They will not give up this fight on drugs. Yeah, there was other law and order laws put in, 94 crime bill that a lot of people, Black Caucus, Bernie Sanders,
Maxine Waters.
I could go on and on with all the people who signed the 94 crime bill that don't get shit for it, except Hillary Clinton, Biden, and Bill Clinton. Them the only three people that get shit for it. But I can name 100 people that signed it.
Right.
But my point is that the war on drugs needs to end. And
Yeah.
I mean, we've had 40 years of the war on drugs. They started it to stop the Black Panthers and hippies, with Nixon. So, I mean, we really need to reevaluate what they're doing with this war on drugs.
Exactly.
Even with that, I think at the end of the day, we also need to come up with like the punishment for crime. I mean, because right now, what most people don't understand and what we really truly need to abolish is the 100-to-1 ratio of owning different things. So you got to understand there's a 100-to-1 ratio of crack cocaine to powdered cocaine.
Okay.
But then you have to also know the disparity of the users. Crack cocaine is sold and created by what community? Bam.
Right.
Powdered cocaine is mainly used by what community?
Right.
So the 100-to-1 ratio is basically saying this has been implemented for almost 50, 60 years now. And at the end of the day, it's saying that you're going to get the same amount of time as somebody who has 100 grams of powdered cocaine if you have 1 gram of crack cocaine.
Right.
1 gram of crack cocaine can fit in my pocket on an accident. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Cracking the shit.
Yeah, 100 grams of powdered cocaine Holy shit, you moving weight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Federally, that has changed. Obama did change that when he was in there federally, but state to state,
it hasn't changed at all.
That has not changed.
That's what I'm saying. So
a
we
state
have to.
could hit you with that,
Yeah.
but
Right.
federally, you're okay with that.
And
'cause
Obama went through
did change
because,
that.
and my uncle was hit by this, and this is something that I was like one of the reasons why I was going to law school in general. But Obama actually happened to he was one of the people that was
That he let out?
expunged.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool that happened. But yeah, it still has to happen. I mean, yeah, if it goes federally, that's great. But at the end of the day, it needs to be
locally and
acknowledged.
statewide,
Yeah,
definitely.
because it's just a sad situation.
It's very sad.
Definitely.